Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Venom Wave 2 Venompool Build-A-Figure. This is Life Foundation's very own Phage, the next symbiote. We are getting closer. This is now the third. Only two more to go, Riot and Agony. So hopefully some point soon, Hasbro will find a way to fit them into some waves, be it a Spider-Man wave, another Venom wave, or what have you. So who knows? It's 2 years since we had gotten Lasher, or no, Scream. So who knows when we'll be getting the other ones. Hopefully soon though. But typical Venom packaging that we see in the Legends packaging. It's all white. We actually get that Venom logo up at the top there. Side artwork looks really amazing. Phage, I really like the way that looks. The figure looks great too. Even though it's Bucky Cap, still actually looks really good. Here on the back of the package we have all the 5 figures in the Wave 2 build Venompool. And of course the movie Venom is also in the wave, but is not listed there because he did not come with the Build-A-Figure piece. So without further ado, let's look at the bio. Phage, the Phage symbiote gives its host the ability to forge incredibly dangerous bladed weapons to attack its victims, which is something that they actually included there. And I see some actually like gold paint on there, so that is really cool. So let's open them up. So I had touched upon this in the Morbius video, that, you know, 5 figures to build a figure. So like Phage, he comes with both legs, which is something that we don't typically see with the Build-A-Figure legs. It's usually only one. So, you know, I think that's added incentive to get Phage, of course, but definitely is nice if you get less figures to build the Build-A-Figure. Okay, and here's the Phage figure out of the package, and he is awesome. The accessory piece is really cool. So we have the 2 Venompool legs that we're going to get out of the way first. They are clearly marked. This is the right leg. That little pouch right there is a floating piece, so I could pop that off. So interesting. I love the texture design of the suit. That is really nice. We'll put all those Build-A-Figure pieces over there in a pile, and let's take a closer look at Phage. Okay, so there is a close-up look at Phage, and he looks great. One thing that I noticed on mine, the white... Oh no, it's fairly clean. I guess it's just kind of missing a little spot right up there in that corner where I see some of that gold come through. But overall, it does look really good. It doesn't look too sloppy, although right here in the middle, the gold just looks a little off compared to the rest of the head, which is weird because that's what it's molded. The molded plastic is actually the gold. So a little bit strange. I like the open mouth. The teeth are painted very nicely on mine. I have no complaints. Which, you know, the teeth on some figures can get really spotty when you kind of have sharp teeth like this, but that looks really good. I like the muscle look of inside the jaw of the mouth there. That all looks really good. You have a sculpted tongue in there. Very nicely done by Hasbro. We get this gold base. It's not, you know, like a shiny gold, but it's, you know, like a mustard yellow, but like Scream is like a metallic yellow. Whereas Phage is definitely different to kind of set it apart. I would say this is more of a gold color, whereas this is more of a yellow, if that makes sense. Here, this back piece, this bladed back piece, it just ports on into the back. As you can see, we get a little bit of that black symbiote lines in there, and that's painted nice and clean. So we'll port that right back on in there, and it holds very well. It doesn't get loose or anything. We get some paint on the shoulder balls there, but nothing on the biceps. And then until we get to the forearms, we get a little bit, and we get these little glued on pieces to kind of show some blades. So that looks really good. Both arms actually have it. It's a little bit harder to see because I have this accessory blade piece on there. But as you can see, as we go down to the rest of the figure, only the bottom portion has more paint, and that's the part right under the calf cut there. And we have those same blades, so that looks really good. Looking at the accessory though, this thing is awesome. I love the way this looks because it has that symbiote gooey look to it actually in the mold, and the way they kind of did some of these parts going out, it's like when he's changing it, it's like the goo's coming over and adjusting. So that just looks really nice, and even comes out over there. We get this nice gold paint for the actual blade portion there. It's just done so nice, and you can see the peg there, so you can actually peg it onto either hand. So you can just remove whichever hand you want, and you can peg this onto the left arm, and you can kind of twist it around and move it and what have you. Watch out for the blade there. Or you can pop it onto the right arm, whichever one you want to have it on. That's the beauty of it. So you can kind of adjust it around as needed. So I really like that. So let's zoom out for her articulation. And it's stuff that we've seen many times because this is the Bucky Cat body mold, but it works. I know it seems like I hate the Bucky Cat body mold. I don't. It's just overused. So head, he can look down that much. He can look all the way up. That is great. Careful with this jaw. It's a little bit softer, so it's not articulated, but you can move it around a little bit. You don't get a whole lot of pivot going on in this head though, and then of course you get the full rotation. You can get the shoulder to go up that high, as you can see there. You can get a full rotation, of course. Upper bicep swivel. You have a double jointed elbow, which gives you that much bend, a little bit more than 90 degrees. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. There's no hinge on the blade accessory. Ab crunch, so he can crunch forward that much, which is good. He can go back that much, which is good, and that black paint does continue on more than we would see with other figures, but definitely doesn't go all the way. We have a waist swivel there. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward that high there. Leg goes back a little bit. We have an upper thigh cut, double jointed knee like so. We have a calf swivel there. Foot hinges all the way down, hinges up quite a bit. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So typical Bucky Cat body mold. Say that 5 times fast, right? But it works for this. It's still a very good looking figure. Now let's see some comparison with other symbiotes. Okay, so Phage next to this wave's Carnage and the Venom figure, but now let's see him with the rest of the Life Foundation that we have so far, of course. Okay, the Life Foundation. So we have Scream from Venom Wave 1, we have Lasher from the Lizard Wave, and we have Phage from Venom Wave 2. The Life Foundation symbiote team is really coming along nicely. Once we add in Riot and Agony, it will just look outstanding, especially Agony. I think the color is really going to pop and stand out. Agony, Riot is just kind of a gray color, so I mean he'll still be cool because he's going to be bulkier, and I'm hoping we don't get Hyperion mold. Hopefully like Omega Red body mold is what they would use for Riot. So I can't wait to get them. Who knows how long it's going to take Hasbro, but slowly but surely we complete these teams. But there is the Life Foundation. Phage might actually be my favorite of the group. Something about the gold and black just looks really nice and stands out to me. Lasher's just kind of thin. You know, there's the Pizza Spidey mold is cool. Those tendrils are pretty awesome. Scream is awesome in her own right as well. But Phage, something about it just really stands out to me. Maybe it's the head sculpt that I'm really liking. Even though the Scream one is crazy with all the hair and everything, like still a solid figure. But yeah, something about Phage just really stands out. Really liking it. Okay, and here's Phage next to the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man, and you can see size-wise, I think they compare quite nicely. Okay, so my final thoughts are on the figure. Fantastic figure, really a standout. I think he might be kind of the sleeper of the wave. I think everybody, for the most part, loves symbiotes, but a lot of people aren't going to be familiar with the Life Foundation or outside of Carnage and Venom, really, but he really just stands out, and he is outstanding. I really love that accessory piece there, but you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this figure. How long do you think it's going to take until we finish out the Life Foundation? I'm curious. I'm thinking it's going to be another 2 years, so 2022 I think we'll have the final figure. Hopefully we shall see, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. When do you estimate that we'll be able to complete them? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.